Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Around Multiverse with your host, the man who is in need of money. So I'm selling my PS4 for the grand total of $100. Carl Charles and
the man who couldn't even bother to learn sign language for his adopted daughter, Siwai Chung.
And today we are going to be speaking about the Marvel Studios / Marvel Spotlight, which I noticed that was in the credits when it was doing.
Oh, wait, is that what? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Marvel's Echo, following it's a sequel to Hawkeye, and the lead into Daredevil Born Again, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, yes. Strictly speaking, it's kind of a sequel to all the Netflix shows, because it kind of drags them into continuity.
Yes, they do. Yeah, it does. Yes.
But yes, it's more of a direct sequel to the Hawkeye TV series, even though Hawkeye's not in this one.
Yeah, he's in it for like a second.
Yeah, just to show who he was running.
Yeah. And yeah, we're going to talk about the very short, but I found very interesting series.
Well, strangely enough, I think it was initially meant to be 8 episodes or something like that, but it got dropped down to 5. Because I think they were having production issues or something like that, you know?
Yeah, because I think this might have been during the writer strike or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, so they kind of, I think, they lost a couple episodes. I would have liked to have seen more, but at the same time, you know, if you've got stuff to be put out and made it kind of tight, all right, you know?
I feel like, because it was 5, it kind of got to a point straight away rather than random filler. I guess there could have been bits where they could have elaborated on stuff if they did 8 episodes, but it didn't feel like it actually needed it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. You wouldn't have known that it was initially 8 episodes that kind of cut down to 5.
Yeah.
So I like that. It moved kind of speedy, I have to say as well.
Yes.
It had a point and it was going there. It wasn't I need to divert over here and over here and over here. No.
Yeah, and insert random character for no reason sort of thing. Yeah,
exactly.
Or here's just a filler episode where she's gonna just
help random character A with their domestic abuse issue or whatever it is,
which all the other shows kind of have done. Yeah. Not in a bad way, but they all have done that, haven't they? There's a slight diversion here to pad out the couple of episodes of something, right? Yeah.
Or divert the hero from the attention from that point, so they can do something can happen elsewhere.
Yeah.
But I like this. I like this. What I liked is how Sam would disappear part way through some episodes.
Yeah.
Of course she's deaf, right? And she's disabled.
Yeah.
Hit 2 quotas at once, right?
Yeah. Which I wasn't mad about. I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting. All right.
Yeah. So there was a fight scene in the first episode, and basically, stuff is happening. We hear gunshots where people punching each other and stuff, and she's just standing in the doorway watching, right?
Yeah.
And then as the camera kind of you see the action, as it spins over to her in the doorway, the sound starts fading. And then you just watch it as she's watching it with no sound at all. So you're like, all right, okay.
Okay. I see what
I
really like that part about it.
And then some guy in the fight, she's just in the doorway, essentially. She got harassed by... she's a woman. The security guard is checking the guys for guns, the Kingpin's goons for guns. And then he obviously takes a little bit of gets a bit too handsy.
Yeah.
So she hammerlocks him, kind of pushing him against the wall and stuff like that.
Yeah, he deserved what came later.
yeah. But she's just watching in the doorway at this point, right? Where the 2 Kingpin goons that with her are beating up everyone else, and then some dude just basically charges her while she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know what's going on, but it just looks like she's full we know, for that guy knows she's just with these people for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, charges her, and then basically, yeah, she puts him in a triangle choke, and then the guillotine choke, and then breaks his neck.
Did you watch it with subtitles?
Yeah, I did.
The subtitles had a lot of like, and then we had like that bit of like heartbeat phase. Like, oh,
yeah. See, so the thing is, I didn't know if they were going to have subtitles for how they were going to deal with the sign language bits. So I thought, let me just cover my bases.
Yeah, same. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. She got snapped. Yeah.
Yeah, and then then she beat up some other guys, and then that security guard who was being a dick to her earlier, she beats up.
Yeah.
He just like, you know what? I'm fine. Right, you take your beating, and then you take your beating, and then you get spin kicked as well at the end.
Yeah.
And then Daredevil appears out of nowhere.
Yeah. Wearing his actual Netflix costume.
Yeah.
Which I thought, oh, that's cool.
Because this way takes place in the past, though we don't know at what point.
I think it said the year.
No, for Daredevil, like, is this? It's not. I don't. Okay, I don't think it's season 3 Daredevil or that period of anything after season 3.
No, I think it's
between season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it says the year when that happens. I think it says like 2015 something, and then I know later on it says 2001 when Fisk says it's your final lesson and that stuff, and then he kills the translator. I was like, yeah, that's kind of out of order. But cool.
Yeah. But she has a tussle with Daredevil, which looked like like how they would do the fight scenes in the Daredevil series, which is good, right? Because you get the camera cuts, but and stuff goes towards the camera, but it's framed in a way like that, like how they would do it. So you've got that vibe.
Free flowing rather than like cut. Sort of fight.
And he does this really cool parkour dive through the gun racks into a roll, like a twirl dive into a roll or some whatever it is, right?
Yeah, trying to be Dick Grayson,
yeah. Anyway, he's fighting Maya. He beating up all the other guys with a baton, and he's hitting Maya with a baton as well. But I'm like, he's just being cocky though, because he actually is,
yeah. Hell.
So he's like, I could take her, but I'm just gonna. Well, but okay, when he starts fighting her, I was like, oh dear, yeah, because Matt Murdock, this version anyway, doesn't strike me as a guy who'd go and fight a lady straight up, like without trying to say something first. Whereas if it was Batman, right? If it was Batman, 100%, right? Knowing all the people he's been dealing with, yeah. If some lady steps up to Batman, he's prepared to fight her straight up.
Yeah.
Because all the people that he has been fighting have been trained in something. So like, I'm not surprised if Batman's just gonna throw hands in armor against some lady who, for all he knows, does have skills. May not, and he just knock her down and KO her, but. And
then not feel bad about it all. Yeah,
exactly. But Daredevil, I was like, oof, why is he not at least trying to figure, like, I was like, is he going to say something? But to be fair, he wasn't trying to all out fight her until she got a couple of kicks and he was like, all right, fine, this is how it's going to be.
Yeah, and then it's like, bang, bang, hit with
batons. Hit it with batons.
Yeah.
And then dropped that shelf over her.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's petty.
I thought she was going to be pinned underneath the shelf and Daredevil go off the deal thing, but she kind of got up, she got a shotgun, and then he disappeared. He wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, fair enough, you want to get out of the way with the shotgun, whatever, right? But how did you just kind of, like, what you would have thrown something at the gun to... Yeah, it's like, where did it just disappear? All right, fine, whatever.
Yeah, sure, okay, I guess.
He got other things to deal with, clearly.
Yeah.
But I like that they put that scene at the beginning, because in the trailers, they show him.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, it would have been a surprise if they just had him in the series itself. Would have been cool. Yeah. But now that you have him in the trailer, you kind of have to show him.
Yeah.
Not like
sort of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, when he was in She-Hulk and it took ages for it to get to him.
Yeah, but then he was in it for more than one episode. So,
yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Well, that whole episode and then the last episode. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make an appearance again, but he didn't. So it was like, what was the point?
I'm happy about that. I was like, okay. Because then it'll kind of overshadow her whole thing.
Yeah. I think that's the other thing as well. It's like, for me, it was like, okay, so there is, in the comics, there's a Daredevil Echo connection, yeah?
Yeah.
But it's not here, it's not present here, because he didn't have anything to do with the Hawkeye series. And he's got nothing to do with, other than the Kingpin, he's got nothing to do with her backstory specifically.
Yeah.
So he does not need to get involved with her.
No, which is a good thing, because we read that Echo Daredevil thing, and I felt that was kind of like weird and forced, and how she could talk but not talk. Yeah, all that whole confused me in a way. But yeah, so I was kind of glad that they kind of didn't have any connection. Cause I think, oh, they're gonna make a weird connection here, and they didn't do it. Like, oh, good.
Yeah. It would have been very like funky, like in the comics, where if they're going out, and then one of them's deaf and the other's blind, and they're like, "What's going on here?"
Yeah,
I like that story, by the way, but I'm just saying, on a visual medium, it's like, okay, how are you gonna put it off?
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. But yeah.
Essentially, the story is her. They show her backstory of how the one is it the ice cream guy, or was he selling chocolates?
Oh yeah, it was an ice cream.
Yeah, and she's deaf, and she's trying to point out with the ice cream she wants, and he's like, no, he's just being a dick, going, no, you use your words, you have to speak, even though he doesn't know if she's got any disability or if she's just shy or whatever.
I thought, you know what, he kind of deserved what happened to him.
Yeah, she goes to the car. She goes to the car where, like, little Maya. How old is she here? Looks like
8, 9.
Yeah, she then hustles over to the Kingpin car, and Kingpin's like, "All right, just give me a sec." Yeah, walks down the alley where the ice cream guy goes, and boom, punches him a good couple of times, and the guy's already bloody and dying. And then in his white suit, by the way.
Yeah, and then
he caught.
To see me and yeah, his voice is amazing. Yeah, in the whole white suit, blood everywhere. I was like, oh, wow, that's a bit.
Yeah. So he calls his people to come, give him a spare suit or something. But he looks over and he sees her, and he's like, oh no, because she's seen me, right? And she kind of does a little run towards him.
Yeah, like, don't
and then she throws kicks at the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yeah. Like every Avatar's like, yeah, he kind of deserved that.
Yeah. And the Kingpin puts out his hand and he takes her hand, and then they kind of walk off to the car. It's like, okay, yeah.
That's when you unleash the killer. Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Now, the basic story is essentially Kingpin. He got shot in the face. She shot him in the face because he killed her dad. Now. Yeah, but so this is her kind of reuniting with her, I want to say, family?
Yeah,
tribe?
Her tribe, and her heritage and stuff like that.
And then Kingpin going, and Kingpin just basically saying, no, you're my daughter, essentially, right?
This is kind of...
Yeah, you're my adopted... You've been me for the past 20 years,
Yeah.
Well, so... It's not like he's trying to take over the tribe or kill them all and everything. He's just like, come back with me, man. That's all I want, my daughter back, quote unquote. But she's like, nah. And then he's like, well, okay, then I'm gonna have to kidnap your family and threaten you to come with me.
Yeah, because like I like how it starts off. It is like he just wants her back, and then because he gets basically burnt by her, like, nah, you killed my dad, and that's something I really can't, sort of forgive. So he's like, okay, I still love you, but then if I kill your family, then you will come back to me. You're like, that's some weird logic there, dude. But all right.
Yeah. She also is like, oh, because at the beginning she thought he was dead because he got shot in the face, right?
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, I will take over some of these operations. The Queenpin, right? And her uncle or the dude is like, I do not think that's the greatest idea. You can't free the town, or you can't free us. The from Fisk by becoming Fisk. It's not quite logical, because people just come after you.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, well.
Yeah. So that's that. And
yeah, and that's that was I get why she went back, but then it's like you've seen all the damage that sort of stuff does. Why do you want to do it? But then I guess that's her. All she knows, really, isn't it? So
yeah. I like that this is self-contained in a particular area that only is about a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I like that the Kingpin was he had the presence through it, and he wasn't constantly in it, and there wasn't a like okay, yes, there's a kidnapping, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. So these people that try and press the Kingpin tried to kidnap her sister, no, her adopted her cousin, right?
Oh yeah, we got because she obviously Fisk has like a factory of stuff in Oklahoma, the town where they're in, and he has connections and stuff. So when she comes, some guy at the bowling alley, recognizes her kind of, and then he informs them that Maya's here, so they come from New York to there. And then
and he kidnaps her, sister, and then not her sister, her cousin, right? Her female cousin, because there's a male one as well, who's been helping her do shenanigans, right?
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah. And essentially, the guy who works in the roller rink with her uncle sells them out, puts them into the back rooms or wherever it is.
Yeah.
He sells them out to some other gang, right? They're not mobsters because of the way they dress, right? They're some gang.
No, they're his henchmen. They're Kingpin's henchmen.
Yeah, but they're not. I want to say there's.
I think they're part of the gang from Hawkeye.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying is like how Kingpin's dressed like a gangster. Yeah.
But he's street level thugs.
Yeah. And so obviously he gets double crossed being a double crosser, essentially, the guy in the rink, and then they're about to shoot Echo. She had a cool fight scene, by the way, in the roller rink as well.
Yeah.
They're about to shenanigans, and then they basically just get called off, and they were like, "All right, who can just call off people randomly for no reason whatsoever?"
Yeah.
And people actually accept it, and they're like, "Oh, it's got to be him. It's the Kingpin."
Yeah, that made sense. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then later on, he tries to reconcile with Maya. Basically, he's like, I've got. I'm outside your house, your grandma's. Well, your family house, right?
Yeah.
Let's eat like the Sunday roast like we have the Sunday dinner, right? And she's like, actually no, they swarm her first. They grab her up and hold her arms, and then Kingpin's walking towards her all menacingly, like, right?
Yeah.
And he just essentially taps her on the head.
Yeah.
To put a contact lens in her eye. That can translate in sign language what he's saying.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was cool. That's a cool idea. Yeah. All right. Makes sense.
Yeah. And I was like, and she's like, all this time you couldn't bother to learn sign language for me. And I'm like, right, well, here's the thing. In the Daredevil series, he pretends he doesn't know certain languages.
Yeah.
So he obviously can listen in, even though he's got Wesley who also translates for him. But, sometimes people speak plainer when they don't think that you know what they're saying. Yeah. So I just assumed that he was pretending all the full method, pretending that he doesn't know sign language. But
because he does it near the end to her. Like, he does actually know sign language.
Well, I think he knows some.
He knows bits to get him by. Yeah. It's like, he's playing the game.
Yeah. But it would have been nice if he just he did all this stuff, and she thinks it's just one of those things where he's like, I actually am 2 steps ahead.
Yeah. It's like, okay. He's king of the road.
But yes, and then he does what he needs to do. Well, I don't say he needs to do. He does the stuff that he would do because he's Wilson Fisk, right?
Yeah.
show by force. That's how he rolls.
Yeah.
So yeah, when it comes to the showdown, I was like, well, hold on a minute. He's had his fights with Daredevil. He's had his fights. He got beat up by Kate Bishop. No, he didn't really get beat up by Kate Bishop, but because it's like he got hit by a car and then exploding arrows and all this other stuff, right?
Yeah.
So fine, right?
Yeah.
But can he take another loss? Without looking without getting some heat back.
Kingpin, he takes losses all the time in comics, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, it's true. But I was like, no, not already, not now, not like, oh, okay, Maya's gonna beat him up as well. But then she didn't, so I was like, it's kind of the way they resolved this was how it went by their relationship.
Yeah.
Because she's got. Go on.
It would have been too cookie cut if she killed him.
Oh yeah, or
beat him.
It would have been like
every other.
That doesn't resolve anything because he'll just come back.
Yeah.
Not only that, yeah. Oh, okay. So as this ends, so the final sequence is essentially her powering up herself.
Yeah.
Her cousin's sister.
Yeah.
No,
and her
cousin, right?
Yeah.
And her grandma.
Yeah.
And they have the spirits of all the other tribe members. Of some sort, and they basically get Iron Fist style powers by punching people. Really, okay, all right, fine. And then all three of you gonna beat up the Kingpin because I can see.
I kind of saw. I was like, please don't go that way. And
no, but no, that it's just like that grandma, right? The Kingpin's gonna okay, maybe they get more stronger and more powerful, yeah. But then is they gonna change? He's gonna grab her, and just throw her across the room.
Yeah, instant death.
All right, but yeah, I'm glad they kind of. So you ran to do the double fist smash Hulk style on her, and she kind of touches his head and goes into his mind.
Yeah.
And heals him from
his pain?
His childhood. Yeah, where essentially what brought him to that direction is his dad being abusive to his mum and himself.
Yeah.
Until the point where Kingpin got to age 12. Wilson Fisk got to age 12, got a hammer and smacked the guy, killed him. Yeah. And she kind of helped him resolve that.
Yeah, I was like, that's a cool way. Okay.
Yeah, and then he's like, what have you done? What have you done to me?
He doesn't know, like, I have no pain. I don't know my place in the world anymore.
Yeah, I'm not fueled by anger.
Yeah, what does this mean?
Like, yeah, and then what it does actually mean is, you saw the end credits? After the credits,
yeah.
Where he's going to go be mayor of, going to attempt to
be mayor of New York City. Yeah, and I was like, oh, then that kind of explains the weird Spider-Man 4 rumors going around.
Oh, what? Go on, hit me with
that. Apparently, that it's going to be like some street level gang war thing.
Okay, so how much of Daredevil have you read?
What, recently?
Yeah,
none.
Past 5 years?
The last I read was when Charles Soule was on it, and he was in the black.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just gonna quickly go through bits and pieces of the Daredevil storyline, which more recent than that run, by the way. He became the mayor of New York, and then he banned all heroes.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
And this is where he got his mind wiped by the Purple Children, so he didn't know who Daredevil was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he ended up he became mayor, but because of shenanigans, because he was Kingpin, but he had to be legit. He kind of let his operations kind of slide out of his hands.
Yeah.
So then some other people were looking down on him.
Yeah.
And basically, anyway, the whole thing is it became there was he had to help Matt Murdock fight a whole bunch of people, gang people. The Rhino was involved as well. Obviously, when you get street level villains like the Owl and whatnot, Bullseye, fine, right? Typhoid Mary, whatever,
yeah.
But the power of the Rhino, what?
Yeah.
But that was a cool story. Anyways, that was his main of New York story. So if that's going in that direction,
okay, that makes.
We'll see how they adapt that to the screen, because even this, where it adapts parts of a whole, which is the Daredevil storyline. Yeah. And it doesn't. It takes away other parts, Yeah. So whatever works. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think of? Okay. Now in that Daredevil storyline, the reason she's called Echo, ironically, she cannot hear. Yes.
Yeah.
but she can mimic movements.
Yeah, I heard about
So,
it. Yeah.
Therefore, Echo. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Right. Here, she does not do that. Did you mind it just changed her power set?
I didn't mind it because I couldn't actually remember what her powers was. I was like, does she actually have powers? But I was sitting there for a while, like, wait, what? I remember she had like a white face print on her, a handprint on her face and stuff. And then when they explained her name Echo, and I was like, oh, okay, that actually makes sense.
Yeah. Well, okay. Whether you say it makes sense or not, what I'm going to say is their explanation for the MCU version of having her name tracks. Now, whether they had to jump through a couple of hoops to get to that direction, where they were like, okay, we got her code name, right?
Now let's work.
How do we make it match whatever story, yeah. So she gets the echoes of her ancestors to help her. What? Her buff her powers. Make her more powerful.
Because of her mum being dead, there was no link to mother and daughter, so she is receiving the echoes of her ancestors. I was like, okay, yeah, that tracks. All right.
Yeah, because the tribe was the
aliens.
Well, yeah. That's the thing. It's like, okay, I hope you explain some of this further back.
I think they kind of do in I haven't watched it yet, but season 2 of What If, there's an episode about the
no. Well, okay, I have seen season 2 of What If. I don't know if that's that tribe though.
Yeah, because I just read something about it. That's the tribe.
Oh, if that's the tribe, all right, fine.
Yeah,
right?
because then I think that kind of makes sense why they brought that tribe into it. Because I think people will be like, "Why is this?" I'm confused. But
yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. When I was watching, it was like, but if this came before that,
yeah, mate.
And I think it was going to, but it got pushed back.
Yeah, it was.
At least it would have made sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
As in, then I'll be like, okay, that point to that point. When certain things come out before, like when was Secret Invasion meant to come out? Was it before the Marvels, after the Marvels? No one mentions it, and they kind of pretend it doesn't exist.
Kind of like the Eternals, yeah.
yeah.
The biggest one they pretend doesn't exist, yeah. Which is hilarious, but well, I know it's a random side tangent, but alright. The Eternals had when you think about it, what happened in that has got the biggest ramifications on Earth in MCU, right?
Yeah.
And there's a hand coming out of Earth.
Yes.
Never spoke of. Isn't that just weird? No, but a glance and reference, oh yeah, there's a hand.
Yeah. Nah.
Nothing.
What hand? What are you talking about?
Yeah, there's nothing. No, that never happened. The Eternals is set in the future. It's like, okay, I guess. What? Yeah, I just ran side tangent on that. Don't know why.
Yeah, we'll have to. Well, you could argue the timelines, right? Has Eternals happened yet? Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe they got to restructure. I say restructure, but so apparently this takes place 5 months after the end of Hawkeye, which took place in. Okay, not the beginning of this, right? But the period where it actually starts in present time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 months after she shot Kingpin in the eye.
Yeah. So that'd be... Well, timeline-wise, that's 2025.
What? Hold on. Did No Way Home take place? No, hold on.
Yeah.
No Way Home took place 2024.
Yeah, because remember, they're 5 years ahead of us. Because they were when... After the blip, they went to 2025.
2023.
Yeah, what? 2023, 24, whatever.
Yeah, because they were in 2018, and then they jumped 5 years later. There's 2023.
Yeah. Well, No Way Home, would have been 2024. To start 2024, because remember, that's at Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so... Actually, it ends at Christmas. Yeah, so either way, it's... Yeah. 2024, so this is 2024 as well, then, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
We've caught up to them timeline-wise.
I think, you remember we were saying in No Way Home, where when when he comes back and he has all his public shenanigans and whatever, right? When his identity gets revealed,
Yeah.
it's got to be a year or something. There's going to be an extended period of time where he's dealing with that because, Matt Murdock got him off the trials, and the trials, it's not like a week-long thing.
No.
Yeah. So you could argue 2023,
Actually,
whenever...
Yeah, it would be, because say that went off like 6 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be. And it starts school. Wait. So school starts September.
But they finished their senior year, right?
Yeah.
Because they're going to find colleges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it ends because the ending's in winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. But the thing is, though, the problem is, without specifics, yeah, this could be 2024/2025,
Yeah.
Only because, and I still don't know why they haven't fixed it, but when Spider-Man Homecoming starts, and it's still that 8 years later after the
Yeah.
Chitauri invasion, which would have been 2020, but all people would have been blipped out, so none of that makes any sense.
Yeah. What else? Yeah.
Yeah. But so this series, You know what? I would have liked to have seen a bit more because how long are the episodes? About 44 minutes, you'd say?
Yeah.
If you don't include the credits.
Yeah, about 20. About 40 minutes if you're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah. It just seemed like fair enough. It moved quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a long watch. It was 5 episodes, 20, about 3 hours or something like that in total.
Yeah.
More or less. I would have liked to have seen a bit more, but then the story the story they told made use of the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have seen more because I'm just interested to see what further things they can do. Not like, okay, let's pad it out and have take up time just for the sake of taking up time.
Yeah. That's why kind of happy it was 5. They got in, gave us what we needed, left.
Yeah. But what do you think of Daredevil going to be 18 episodes, as the rumors say?
It's a bit too much.
Yeah? Well, that depends. If they're 18 hour long episodes, 40 minutes really if you the credits, right? Or half an hour episodes,
Yeah, that's a good point. But I don't think 18... I don't know, that kind of gets into like CW Arrowverse territory, if I'm honest.
Well, yeah, I just think it just... Well, first, it depends on who they have in it and how they're going to do it. Because I believe Punisher's going to be in it. If they're going to have Echo in it or other people, then you can spread it's a Daredevil series, right? But you have other people. You kind of set the universe up for other people to have their spin-offs as well. Yeah. So let's just say, for example, right, in the Daredevil series, Luke Cage makes an appearance, and he, as far as the end of season 2 is of Daredevil, of Luke Cage, he's like, the mob leader of Harlem.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I hope.
But it's going to be, he's either blipped or it's been like X amount of years later. So we have to see where he is at.
Yeah. I hope they do. Even if they have to recast Luke Cage, I hope they bring back that storyline. Because that was interesting.
Well, isn't Luke Cage the mayor of New York now as well?
Well, in the comics, yeah.
Yeah.
So costume, which is weird. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, if he's involved, and then he's they're talking about Kingpin being mayor of New York, and then you get the other Luke Cage guest appearance from the other angle where he's been also a mystery ballot contender,
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's just
cool.
Yeah. You think okay? You want Mike? Do you think? Okay. Would you like Mike Coulter to come back, or do you think he's not going to come back?
I would like him to come back because I thought he was good, Luke Cage.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I would like all the guys from the Netflix stuff to come back. Yeah, even the guy played.
Even Iron Fist.
Yeah, because I didn't mind him.
Well, the thing is, it's not that I mind or did not. Okay. If they don't recast him, right, which I'm not saying for them to do, I'm just saying let him have his chance, yeah?
Yeah.
under the new regime or whatever it is to try to actually be Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Or whatever iteration they're doing, right? And if not, they can just get rid of him.
Yeah.
They can replace him, or they can just kill him.
Kill him off, yeah.
Or, right? Because Iron Fist is now Asian.
Yeah, which I find a bit weird, but yeah.
Yeah. Or they can get like one of the older Iron Fists to replace him. You know how...
Yeah.
Even though it's supposed to be once in a generation, that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah, you always get those rogue contenders, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, because like with Iron Fist, the guy played him. What was his name? Danny Flynn, whatever.
Finn Jones.
There we go. I don't feel like it was his fault. I just think they writ him poorly.
I think
like everyone else in his opinion, I think was they were given like good things to work with. He kind of really wasn't.
Yeah, I think he got better in season 2.
Yeah, season 2 was a lot better.
And that one episode even than Luke Cage was more kind of a better version of him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the Daredevil Rand that from the comics, right?
Yeah.
But he was kind of heading in that direction, it seemed.
Yeah.
A bit more chill, rather than But we'll have to see about like that. Okay, what I'm saying is, if they do Daredevil and they use it as a gateway, for all of this, would you mind? Or would you be like, there's too many, there's too, that when I say would you mind, I mean like that's why the episode length is the episode length.
Yeah, no, if that's the case, they're setting up this whole Kingpin being like the street level Thanos sort of thing, and I'll be all for it. Like, yeah, no, okay, that makes sense for you to have 18 episodes to sort of like set the emotion. You know what I mean? But if it's just it's just Daredevil getting his groove back for 18 episodes, don't really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He needs to hire some. He needs to get some villains, right?
Yeah.
That are a certain level of a threat.
But then I don't know, because then if you do that, then it's like villain of the week sort of territory.
No. As in, if your opposing group has got Daredevil, Jessica Jones.
Oh no, I thought
the Defenders.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. I thought you meant like the whole series is like Daredevil different.
Oh
villains.
no.
That's that's when it gets into the whole.
Yeah.
Kryptonite infused whatever territory. Yeah. That's a reference to Smallville, but yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to. Okay, are you looking forward to Daredevil, knowing the Mayor Fisk is? But you don't know about the story of Mayor Fisk. But what I'm saying is, the fact is that he's going to try and become Mayor Fisk.
Yeah, no, I find that quite interesting. Like, how are they going to play this? That'd be quite cool, where people know that, like, not everyone knows he's bad. Like, the common man doesn't know that he's the stuff he gets to, but then you got the heroes who know, but then they can't expose it because they kind of expose themselves. Yeah, I'm like, that's quite interesting.
The thing is as well, how much? Okay, I want to say all the entire Netflix series is in continuity, but the thing is, he got arrested at the end of season 1, right? And he served jail time in season 2 of Daredevil, and then he got arrested at the end of season 3 as well. So, how do you? It's like if a convict becomes president, he can pardon himself, sort of thing.
Yeah, but then they can always easily write away like he's done something, he done blah 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 to prove that he's. And during the blip, whether he was blipped or not, they don't actually say. Yeah, which I thought he mentioned something in this, but no.
Yeah, if he wasn't blipped, then he could have just had the right people in the right places at the time, because half those people disappeared, and therefore he's cut his jail time.
Yeah, exactly.
Train the right people, have the have your Manchurian candidates. Yeah,
and so I did this to help people during.
Yeah. See, it was a misunderstanding, right? What happened is, and you just spin it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. All right.
Even though in season 3 you can't really spin nothing, but whatever, right?
Yeah. But yeah, it could work out.
Yeah. It's I'm interested to see. Well, okay. This has made me more interested. Well, I want to watch Daredevil Born Again anyways, right? And I know exactly. Daredevil Born Again is not going to be the Daredevil Born Again story that from the 80s, right?
No.
Fine, right? That's all fine.
Yeah.
But do I want to see more Echo? Well, yeah, kind of, but more like I don't know whether she will be in this series, and then how do you continue her series? You know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're like, okay, where do you go next?
Where do you go next?
Yeah.
Well, I reckon, she'll come back for the whole New York stuff.
I will say, like as I said at the beginning, Daredevil kind of was a shoe-in to be in the series just because of nudge win-win comic relations, yeah?
Yeah.
So without that being present in the MCU, why would she appear in Daredevil series?
Kingpin.
Yeah, other than that. But that's kind of tangentially related because they've already dealt with their issues.
Yeah, but
so unless either Daredevil's gonna, unless she feels like Kingpin's gonna be really threatened and she needs to protect him, or she's gonna come and team with the Defenders because Kingpin's gone a bit too over the top. It's kind of one of these things where, all right, if there's another Hawkeye series, even then, like, why would she be there? Because they've really dealt with that issue.
Oh, they always find a way, innit?
Yeah, it's true. They always find
a way. Because I just see it as, they could just not get around it, but she will come back to sort of like, I still care for this guy, so I need to stop him from going, you know.
Well, stop him from going off the deep end.
Yeah.
Or someone put him down for good.
Yeah, both, really, yeah.
Yeah. So okay. There's ways I think that that she could appear.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just okay. But I will say they kind of what they were running off her storyline in. I will say actually, Hawkeye kind of concluded her storyline in itself because it was kind of neatly tied.
Yeah.
You know? And this just extended what happened after that.
Yeah,
which also ties us up pretty neatly because I wanted to say there's other than the after the credits Kingpin thing, there's not really anything else to kind of loose strings.
Yeah, no, it's kind of neatened up. Like, we've got a character we sort of set up. We can use her again if we wanted to. If we didn't want to, it's kind of full circled for her. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, which then begs the question of where was she during the Daredevil series? Well, she didn't exist, right?
No.
First of all.
Yeah, first of all, yeah.
Yeah, but secondly, even if you were going to retcon it in, like, was she on... I mean, she did have a tussle with Daredevil, but she never tussled him at the main points when you would have thought that she would need to be involved.
Or maybe it could have been like... Maybe, Kingpin was like, you don't need to... Stay away from him from now because, you know, you haven't finished your training. Because remember... She didn't finish her training until 2021. So,
yeah, it's true. Yeah. So 2021, which means obviously he didn't get blipped then. Kingpin clearly did not get blipped.
Yeah, so yeah.
But Daredevil might have. They don't really say whether
that too as well, because he didn't even mention that in She-Hulk either, does he? No. Yeah, so we don't know.
Yeah.
We said I'm trying something new. Like, okay.
Well, I mean, so Daredevil threatened Kingpin at the end of season 3, but if he wasn't there to back up his threats...
Yeah.
Then exactly.
Maybe in Daredevil Reborn they'll mention if he got blipped or not.
Yeah. Yeah, they're kind of vague, right? It's like, have you decided whether you but I get whatever they use for the story, I guess they don't want to reveal that information until they feel it will be relevant.
Yeah.
But I was going to say, because she didn't exist at that point, they didn't retcon her in. Just like in Iron Man 2, where the kid that's holding a repulsor to one of them robots was supposed to be Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's 2010, right? Well, hold on. When does that take place?
2010, because Iron Man...
Iron Man 2 actually was filmed in 2010. But didn't it take place 6 months after, as far as MCU goes, 6 months after Iron Man 1? Or was that only the beginning segment?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah, which then means, so that's let's just say 7 years, yeah?
Yeah.
So wait, hold on, Peter Parker, how old is he in Homecoming? Is he 17? No.
He'd been 15 in Homecoming.
Yeah. So they retcon that. Do you agree with that retcon, by the way? I know we're just actually kind of not speaking about the series itself, but I'm just like, yeah.
No.
You don't think it should be? But to be fair, they never confirmed it. They just some of the creators said and kind of agreed with the fan theory. So
I don't like it's gonna sound weird. I don't. Yeah. I'm not too much of a fan of the whole, hey, I'm Spider-Man, I look up to Tony Stark so much connection. I don't really like that, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I think it's too much of a crutch. However, logically speaking, if you're going to be a Tony Stark fanboy, at least you can say this is the reason for that blind devotion to him. Because like in Civil War, I'm going to join your side and fight some criminals. Yeah. I mean, criminals. I'll fight the other team members of the Avengers. Yeah, no problem, man.
But with that, for me, that kind of makes more because like he's a young, impressionable kid, and like someone's giving him like attention. So, yeah, sure, yeah, I will, be blah 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 for you and all that stuff. But have the whole he saved my life as a kid, and then I happen to later get bitten by. But yeah, it's all that too much. Convenience. Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
I became a hero because Uncle Ben, who we haven't said exists in this universe or not, made me the way I am, rather than Tony Stark's saved me as a child. Yeah,
I have to say, like as far as changes go, MCU changes, I'm not particularly. I don't know about being like Tony Stark taking the place of Uncle Ben. Whether this though, where Echo's powers come from the echoes of ancestors.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, same. Fine with it.
I don't mind that they kind of got rid of the Daredevil relationship either, because it's one of those things where it's not relevant to the story you're telling.
No.
So it doesn't need to be there.
No, at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's some MCU changes I have no problem. I'm cool with, like Hawkeye and Mockingbird never been a thing. I'm casual. Yeah. I'm all right with that. I'm like, you don't really need that, because he kind of does her dirty anyway. So it's kind of a good thing not to be have that involved. You know what I mean? Like it's brush past that completely. Yeah.
And speaking of other changes as well, like you're saying, we were talking about her powers that she can mimic movements and stuff like that. Yeah. But obviously, Black Widow came out, and there's Taskmaster who can do that. Who's also a female.
Yeah. It'd be kind of like the same thing, really. It's like,
I think that's probably partially the reason why they chose not to do it. And it might. Obviously, there's no confirmation or anything like that. But if you got a big blockbuster movie come out with a villain who has, or the opposition who has that set of powers, and then you have a lowest TV series, a lower tier TV series that won't have the budget for that, and this character's gonna make an appearance who can do something similar. It'd be like, well, that's a knockoff. You're knocking off,
knocking off yourself in less than like 4 years. Yeah, it's like
well, not even 4 years, because she was in the Hawkeye TV series, which came out.
2021. Like, is it 2021 or 2020? Whenever, but
2021, because that's when Homecoming came out.
I feel like it only came out the other day. But I get what you mean.
I'm not Homecoming. Sorry, No Way Home.
Yeah. So to change it. It made sense to me.
Yeah.
There's lots of things that he changed that make more sense to me, and then being too close to the comics.
Yeah.
Like, what's another one they've done? Like, the only one I was kind of bummed out about, but I'm like, it is what it is, was Black Widow and Winter Soldier being a thing.
Not being together.
Yeah, but I was like, get over that. And I did. So,
Yeah. I suppose there's no relevant. Okay, what did you think of the what's his name? The black super soldier guy. I forgot his name.
I want to say Isaiah
Bradley.
Yeah.
That's it. What do you think that they changed him to be the Vietnam war vet kind of era of super soldier?
Timeline-wise, to me, it made sense.
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
but would you prefer, like, Do you prefer his existence like that rather than what they had in the comics where they were testing super soldier serum on black people
Hmm.
as a quote unquote a cure for syphilis, right?
Yeah.
But they were testing super soldier serum and prototyping, and I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of yeah." I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah.
However, they kind of do bits and pieces of it. Like they followed the theme of it because I wouldn't say necessarily it was knockoff super soldier serum, but definitely it was not the proper thing, and they were testing it to try and get a version of it, which Isaiah Bradley just happened to have the correct version, right?
Yeah.
Or the one that enhanced him, but at least it didn't mentally degrade him.
Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of right with the Vietnam one because they still kind of stepped the whole thing like the government kind of threw him away like he was nothing sort of thing. So I kind of kept with that. But yeah, no, the Vietnam one kind of made more sense to me. I was like, okay.
Oh, but they also retcon because it's like he didn't exist before or during. He only existed because they fabricated him up during Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Because there's no references to any other Captain America or any other super soldiers before. Kind of like of note, I'd say before that.
But then I guess they kind of because how I kind of I interpret it was that they didn't tell the public about it. So basically, it was like a sort of...
it's true. It's true. Actually, yeah, they did. I think they did mention
like a wet work sort of thing, where no one knew about it unless you was in the know.
Yeah. And that's why partially why he was he partially soured on that because it's like, oh, a white boy does it,
gets all the glory, and then a brother does it, and So I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Huh.
And that's why he was beefing with Sam Wilson, saying they would never respect a black man be Captain America. Yeah. Even though it's just him having the beef, right?
Yeah. But you can see, like, it made sense for his reasoning why that. Like, because you know, they should have done the same for you, but they just took you for.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not saying he's bitter because whether he's wrong or right, but he's holding on to that bitterness because he got done dirty.
Yeah,
proper.
And anyone in that same situation would be the exact same. Yeah,
exactly.
So yeah, I like the retcons or adjustments.
That retcon,
they make sense. The only another one that I'm still a bit like, okay, is the MJ one. Like, no, she's not Mary Jane.
Just allow her to be her own character, please. Yeah. You know, wasn't that
Michelle Jones?
No, wasn't that Michelle in Spider-Man? Who was this flatmate? The blackhead girl, lady, during Brand New Day.
I can't remember. You know,
I think she was called Michelle something, right? Anyways, I thought initially, okay, maybe it's that character.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not you know the name of. It was just like when he's just like Miss Jones Watson. I'm like, like what's. I don't necessarily mind if it was an original character.
Yeah, no, same here.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But so you do. In the first film, she's known Michelle, whatever, and then the next two films we call it MJ. I'm like, no, this seems like a reach to me. No.
Yeah. I mean, why? Yeah. Just Michelle, like could have been whatever, man. You know. Yeah. I mean, Liz Allen was a blonde white girl in the 60s.
Yeah.
And she hooked up with Harry Osborn as well, and Foggy Nelson. But you know, but in the MCU, they just Vulture's her dad. All right, fine.
Yeah, cool. All right, I like that. That's all right. But other little things,
no. Yeah, but why don't you just leave it like okay, you changed Liz Allen, fine.
Yeah.
Right? No problems with that. Yeah.
No.
But you gotta. And this Michelle Jones original character, fine, right? I don't mind, right?
Yeah.
Except that it was this person all along. Come on.
No.
You just,
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Even if you call her it's just the whole Michelle Jones. Yeah, no.
It's just like, oh, you know what? It's like the whole, the whole Zack Snyder Martha thing, right?
Yeah,
where
basically,
not Martha. They have the same parents, right?
Yeah.
Mother's name. No, that Martha was going to be Martha Wayne. She survived the shooting and got put in witness protection, and then married Jonathan Kent. That was what one of the original ideas they had. That's the level of MJ convoluted going on here.
So they would have been brothers, technically.
shrug. That's what I gotta,
Yeah.
I know I can't actually. You wouldn't see me visually shrug, right? But
Yeah,
that's why I gotta say it.
yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
My brain. Yeah.
Yes. But no. Okay. Back to this series. Back to this series. Nice, tight, straightforward.
Yep.
Action adventure, street level story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing too convoluted. Just like bam, here, done, dusted.
No.
With the set amount of characters. So yeah.
Yeah. The fight scenes. I like the fight scenes. I thought they were pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I was in my head. I was like, is she gonna mimic movements? Is she gonna show any of that? Nah. All right. It's fine. I did like when she was fighting Daredevil and she's using her metal leg to kick his buttons, but
Yeah, that was cool.
But I was like, wait a minute, did he never figure out that she's got a metal leg?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then did you figure out that she can't hear him? I don't know how that would work. How would he figure that out? But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and like I said, I thought he was going to make an appearance at the end, so I was like, okay, he's tracked Kingpin over here as well, and he's going to help the Maya family, the Lopez family beat up Kingpin.
Yeah.
Fine. If it takes 3 superpowered individuals plus Daredevil to beat up Kingpin, all right, maybe, but I don't think he should take a loss.
Yeah, but then I don't know if Daredevil came at the end like, "Hey, I'm here to help." Like, wait, what?
Yeah, I'm here at the beginning to beat you up, girl, right?
Yeah.
And I'm here at the end now to help you, even though it's been like a massive time skip.
Yeah, and I'd be like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I've been tracking Kingpin, right, since my series. That hasn't happened yet, right?
Yeah, like that's weird. Yeah, and I drove here, but you're blind.
Yeah. What? Who told you? Who told you I was blind?
But yeah,
actually reminds me of one of the jokes they had here, where the grandma's driving around in her son's car.
Yeah.
And she's picking up a mail.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is after Maya and the dude Biscuit, right? Who's her cousin.
Yeah.
He bangs up the car, so she blows up a train.
Yeah.
Essentially, a train that's traveling the items, the whatever items they whatever story. Yeah, and he's lost the tracking device on her, so he's driving the car through the forest kind of area.
Yeah.
To work out to try and rescue it because she doesn't jump. She jumps off the train and the explosion and it messes the car as well. Anyways, the grandma is picking up the mail, from her mailbox, right?
Yeah.
And one of the neighbors is like, "Oh yeah, well, oh, so you're in that car. What happened to your car?" And then she's like, "Oh yeah, my grandson took it. I'm borrowing his car."
Yeah.
Right? And then he drives by in a beat up truck. Yeah? And the neighbor's like, "Oh, yeah. Very, very generous of you."
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, oh, it's one of those things where you're like, ooh, wrong moment. You do a little white lie, and you think no, it's gonna happen, and then you get caught at the wrong moment.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Because now she looks even worse. Like, okay, he let her car, and she let his car, but she's making it like, oh yeah, he borrowed the good car now. It's all battered.
Like, oh no. But yeah, I like that character, Biscuit. I thought he was good. He wasn't too overly stupid.
No, he was the comedy relief sidekick character.
Yeah, but like he was you could tolerate him rather than he was just like completely and just like hapless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd say as well, I like her uncle, Maya's uncle.
Yeah, I liked him too.
Yeah, because he was like being sensible about everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh no, like when people just ignore certain things to move along story, he's like, no, hon.
Yeah.
What you're doing, right, is going to cause you. No, you know what? I'm pretend you did not come into town. And I have not seen you because I'm just going to, it's going to blow back on me. And layers.
And like he was in New York as well, and then her dad dies. He's like, "Yep, I'm out." That sort of stuff. Like, you know what?
Yeah. he's the most sensible character ever in existence, right?
Yeah, literally. It's like, I know if I try to get out, it'll kill me, so I took like basically simple work here rather than dying. Like, that's a smart move, rather than trying to get out and get murdered. So, hey.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, I want to say I'd like to have, if it was longer and it had bits of more of the uncle and the biscuit guy, right? But then again, as it could be like one of those things where you're like, it was the right amount of them.
Yeah.
There, and that's why it was fine. Whereas if you had more, maybe you'd be like,
yeah, it kind of like stays welcome, like I was saying.
Yeah, a bit like the Joker in Suicide Squad, the theatrical cut.
Yeah,
where they kind of had enough of him where it's like he's a presence, but then he doesn't suffocate the story and take it over or anything. Like he's just there for his bits and then to cause a little bit of chaos and then disappear.
Yeah.
I obviously in the David Ayer original cut there was more of him and stuff like that, but I feel like the theatrical cut, or even if you want to had a decent amount of the joke. Whether you like the iteration or not is a different case. What I'm saying is the amount of time he was in it, he wasn't stealing the scene. Like it's still the other character's movie. He was just happy to be there.
He happened to be there for a minute and then he's gone.
Yeah, because he didn't need to be too much.
No.
But yes. Yeah.
Okay. So overall, you enjoyed it?
Yeah. Yep. I would say, I like when I like that they have. I say Marvel, but it's kind of interconnected universe. So it has side stories sometimes that are the focus of these particular characters in this particular thing.
Yeah.
And it's just a really small scale. Because nothing has to be big all the time. It just showcases other things in existence around the world,
Yeah.
So that's why I like it, and that's why I like stuff like that. Sometimes they execute it well, sometimes they don't, but it's self-contained,
Yeah, self-contained.
It's like the Batman, where they're going to do a Penguin TV series or something like that.
Yeah,
like, all right.
Yeah, which I would like to see where that goes.
Actually, you know what I have to say as well about that, even though randomly, I'd like them to do more Elseworlds TV series.
Yeah, same.
Not TV series, sorry, Elseworlds products.
Yeah.
Like whether it's an Elseworlds movie, because the Batman is an Elseworlds movie, right?
Yeah.
But if you're going to say, okay, this is our definitive DCU, but here are our Elseworlds timelines, like the Marvel What If timelines, right? Because it's Gotham by Gaslight and stuff like that. It's some really cool mini-series you can make.
Yeah.
Or one-off movies or whatever it is, HBO Max, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I know this is a bit tougher because they've got to be connected.
Yeah.
Whereas you could do all sorts of craziness in the DC ones if they, you can cast different actors in different things because it's a separate universe. Like it's that story in that separate universe.
Because I heard that. I remember that was their plan at one point. Isn't it? Like they just got have their main universe, and then also if they find a story cool, they'll make a movie out of it and make it Elseworld. I don't know if that's still the plan now. That
they should. I think they should. Whether like you're saying is the plan or not. I think there's like. I Kingdom Come they could do
that's a bit too much.
As a 4-part HBO series.
Yeah.
An hour long each. You think it's $2,000?
Yeah, $2,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you think it's deserving of a big budget movie?
No, I don't even think a big budget movie would do it justice, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I feel like Kingdom Comes on one, you have to do like a proper full budget CGI like animated movie because then you could do everything.
All right. You mean all in on that one, yeah?
Yeah.
Gotham by Gaslight, you could do like a little mini. I know it's one off and everything like that, but you can extend the series a bit.
Yeah.
Like you can do gimmick up steampunk style Batman villains, but the thing is obviously Gotham by Gaslight is really a one off. And it was only a 48 pager as well at the beginning, so he's like, how much can you go? Batman being involved at the time of Jack the Ripper is an interesting idea in itself. So,
yeah. Like, it's funny, like you say, that was only like an 80 issue thing or whatever, and somehow they managed to get so much
80,
steam out of that.
48 pages. Well, I think it's 48 pages for
Yeah.
Gotham by Gaslight, but then it's got the sequels, which kind of add a bit more to it.
I just find it funny how they've got like so much out of that, because like they nearly made a game out of Gotham Gaslight. There's an animated movie coming out.
Yeah, it's already out.
I was already out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's already out.
No, I haven't watched it. I don't.
And they changed the ending of that as well. Just like they changed the ending to Hush.
Yeah, because they changed the ending for that.
Yeah.
For wait, Hush?
Yeah, the animated movie.
The animated movie Hush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, duh. Yeah. And there's a Riddler and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think that Long Halloween, but no, yeah.
No. There is a Long Halloween as well, but
I need to watch that again because I think I said I watched them out of order.
Okay. Yeah. You mentioned it.
So I need to watch that again.
Okay, so this is a Hulu series.
/ Disney Plus from the UK.
Yeah. So my question is, did that make Runaways canon?
Probably not, unless they want to at some point.
Okay. but it doesn't make it not canon.
No.
Are we going to say that it's happened, but ... you know?
Yeah, I'll say happened ... if they want it to happen.
Same then with Cloak and Dagger.
Yeah.
And then Hellstorm.
I don't know about that one, you know. Because no one really says anything about it, so I don't know. That's the thing. I've never heard anyone ever speak about that show at all.
Have you seen it?
No, I keep meaning to, but I forgot it was a thing until I did find out it's a thing. I found it got cancelled. Like, oh, okay. Yeah.
Same here. I think of all the MCU stuff, this one I have not seen.
Yeah.
I've seen most of other things. And I will say I did not finish Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but at some point that became outside of the MCU anyways. Yeah. And whether it was or wasn't in the MCU to begin with, it's still, you know, up to Marvel to decide. Yeah.
But I think I guess Coulson's a part of the MCU as he was in.
Let me ask, right? Ghost Rider TV series, yeah?
Wait, what?
What? No, not that there is one. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna say is, if there is a Ghost Rider TV series in the MCU, do you think they'll use Robbie Reyes, or do you think they're just gonna cast Danny Ketch or Johnny Blaze?
Well, to be fair, they could use either one, because in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. they did mention the other Ghost Riders.
Yeah.
So they could use Robbie if they wanted to. They could use the others, and they can, if they want to, later on say, yeah, Robbie was a thing because whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it depends as well. Like if they decide how are they going to do it with Iron Fist, where are they going to say Danny Rand is laters X'd out?
Yeah.
And then they use the Asian Iron Fist guy. So
yeah. But they still got Colleen Wen. She was Iron Fist at the end of the TV show.
Oh yeah, so that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah. Well, do you think we'll be seeing the Runaways again? I only mention them because they're Hulu, right?
Yeah.
But they've all aged out, I'm sure.
Yeah, they have. Yeah. They're probably not like mid-30s at this point. Mid-20s at this point. Yeah.
Well, I guess if they are going to make an appearance, magic-based, because it would probably logically be in Doctor Strange. But then why would you have a Doctor Strange that the Runaways appear in for no reason?
Yeah, they're not mentioned.
If there was the Darkhold involved, and then it was Wonder. Agatha Harkness, right? If the Runaways were in Agatha Harkness, all right, maybe, okay, I suppose. But still,
I just think they're not going to mention the Runaways ever again. If I'm honest.
Okay, fair enough.
Especially now they're trying to bring mutants, you know, and they changed the whole what's her name, Molly, to her. Was her name Molly?
Yeah.
Her whole thing is
the girl who was 12 years old, but when she ended up with taller than most of the cast.
Yeah. Like, when they changed her whole origin from her being a mutant, because in the comics she's a mutant, isn't it? To something to do with magic stones. It's like,
Yeah.
You lost us, bro. Yeah. But
yeah,
we'll see. I actually finished. I watched season 1.
Yeah.
And then I think I watched the first episode of season 2. I was like, yeah, I'll catch the rest. And I just never got around to it.
Same.
Yeah.
I think I was gonna watch some more. Yeah. And I believe Morbius is on Netflix, so I'm gonna watch that, and then we could be like, yes,
Morbius
more than time.
I love Morbius. I'm gonna lie. It's like, ironically, like there was a point where I was making jokes that like it's gonna be the greatest film of all time, and I watched it. I was like, you know what? It's actually not bad. I don't get why people are crapping on it like they are. I've seen a lot worse films than this, i.e. Jonah Hex. But you know.
Oh, Jonah Hex.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
and I can guarantee you now. Yeah. And I haven't seen a trailer for this film, but I've only seen like the poster of it is. Craven. I can tell you now, Morbius is better than Craven, and I haven't seen anything about it.
Before you jump to that, I know we've actually strayed away from this series, but we're actually going back to MCU stuff, or Sony MCU stuff, right? Madam Web.
Yep.
What are you thinking of that?
I am. This is not for me being a troll or anything. I'm genuinely interested in this film.
Okay, I did genuinely interested because of the trailers. Intrigue you, or you like this is going to be a train wreck of epic proportions? What are they doing with Ezekiel Sims?
No, like I feel like this trailer is showing you something that the film is like completely different from what the film is going to be.
Okay, you mean like it's it's falsifying evidence?
Yeah, like I feel like Ezekiel's not actually the bad guy.
Oh, that's my logic, by the way. That's what I was thinking, right? I was thinking that the way they portrayed him as though he is the main bad guy.
Yeah.
But it might end up being the inheritors.
Yeah.
And Ezekiel's just trying to save the Spider Girls.
Yeah, that's what I kind of feel. Like, okay, this film, I feel they make you think it's going one way, but it's going to be another way. So I'm quite I'm generally interested like in it. Yeah. I know people are crapping on it already, but I'm like
When okay, hold on, which one's next? Is Craven actually next?
No, I think Madam Web comes out in February, so I think that's next.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I'm looking forward to the review. You're saying you're looking forward to the review of that, or?
I'm looking forward to everything, man. Like I don't know. Okay. I'm just I don't know what it is. Okay, Craven's coming out in August. That is crazy, but yeah, I'm generally interested in Madam Web.
Okay, but not so much Craven because it's trying too hard, yeah?
Yeah, because like, at least with Madam Web, you know that she is a hero, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In Craven, if it was like, they don't actually know what Craven is, like, he's a hero, you think?
Well, it's just like, we got a license, right? So what can we do with this character? Yeah.
And like, dude's known for being like, a psychopath, like not psychopath, but you know, like a vicious hunter, and and this is like, he talks to animals and he loves them. His dad's the bad guy, sort of thing. Like, and this is all I've been told.
Unless this is Craven Jr. and then Russell Crowe's Craven Sr., which is the Craven.
Then that could make sense, but then
even though that's kind of whatever, right?
Yeah, it's like that's kind of stupid, but you know, I guess.
I mean, Craven's got Craven himself. Then he's got Craven Jr. And then the Grim Hunter, which is Craven the Third or something like that, right? Oh. And then he's got his daughters.
Yeah.
They're like, where do all your kids come from?
Everywhere, but nowhere.
Yeah. Calypso have just been pumping out kids, you know.
Yeah. So yes, I'm generally interested.
Do you think Calypso's going to make an appearance in Craven the Hunter?
No.
Okay, you don't think she's going to be the one that gives him the voodoo powers to
No, for some reason I feel like he's gonna get bitten by some enchanted lion or something stupid.
Right.
Something along them lines.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's like the theme of all the Sony Spider-Man related characters. They get bitten by something.
Yeah. So Madam Web got bitten by a radioactive timeline, which allows her to see the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. I wonder how that's gonna go. Because also I don't know. You seen the trailer for Madam Web?
Yeah.
So all the girls get their spider costumes, or their comic book costumes, or whatever, right? Which is like, no, why show that to me? That looks like that's the end of the film.
Yeah.
You know? Or you're gonna have that flash in the middle of it, with one of our flash forwards, right?
Yeah.
But really, it's a key point in the film. Anyways, whatever, right? Whatever. But that's nothing to do with Echo.
No, like we basically spoke about Echo. It was good. Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The actor was good. Yeah.
Do you think these Marvel series they should do one like the CW TV series they do one a year, right? But are you saying what they should do one every 2 years, or do you think they should do? How often do you think? Because they kind of just do a series on one person and then another series on someone else.
Yeah.
And when Daredevil was on Netflix, or the Defenders on Netflix, at least you had them rotating.
Yeah.
Do you think there should be more in production, more TV series in production?
They should be more in production. They should do like kind of like the Netflix model where they had that, and then they should have like 3 shows a year. Is my opinion.
Yeah.
Like
especially if, by the way, especially if they're going to be like 5 episodes, 8 episodes, or something like that.
Yeah. It should have 2 a year, so like the 2 different characters, like main ones,
Yeah.
And then like one series like a spotlight on another character, i.e. like a kind of done with Echo.
Yeah.
That's what I think they should do.
Yeah. And we are assuming because we don't know that Daredevil Born Again will be the one that respawns all these the street level characters into the MCU, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hope that goes that way.
So hope that would make more sense.
Yeah. All right. So that's us signing up for this episode, which has been in and out of the subject we were talking about.
Mainly Echo, and then other weird. I wouldn't say weird side tangents that I thought were quite necessary and places.
Yeah.
But for this is us review.
Well, we're saying thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah. Quick. I want to say quick and harmless, but it's only 5 episodes, 40 minutes each. It's not as if you're gonna. Even if you don't like it, you'd be like, well,
Yeah, you didn't lose much,
Yeah.
Listen. Well, thanks for listening to us review Marvel's Echo. If you enjoyed it, let us know. You can do that by leaving a comment in the comment section if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you listen to this on the audio realm, like the podcasting app. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Our Instagram and Twitter taglines are in the description, and let us know what you think there. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're listening to an audio realm, don't forget to give us a 5-star rating or whatever rating you feel like. I'm not telling you what to do. You free will and all that. And until next time, guys, I'd like to thank you all for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Bye.
Bye.
Or if you're watching this, I'm doing sign. I'm not really doing sign. Just see you guys later. Bye.